Kindness, a very common word and everyday word. What exactly is kindness? I love looking up very simple words. So I went to the dictionary, the online dictionary, to find out what that word truly means. And the dictionary told me that it's a quality of being friendly, generous, and considerate. But you know, it is much more than that. And the fact is, someone also wrote that the true meaning of kindness would lie in the way you decide to show it. And you can show it through compassion, empathy, thoughtfulness, acceptance, understanding. It is entirely up to you how you want to show kindness. Again, I read somewhere that the true kindness is being nice without expecting anything in return. And as I was reading more, it also told us that you can be nice without necessarily being kind. Now, there are so many levels, dimensions, and depth to this kindness thing. Like, for example, who is supposed to be kind? Who should receive kindness? What situation should prompt us to be kind? These and more we'll be looking at until the show, because our focus is on the essence of kindness. It is your favorite. I can keep saying the favorite because I know what it meant to you. Weekend show, weekend deal, coming to you from the network service of the NTA. My name is Patience Eloy Abba. Let me stop to say thank you for your kindness over time. I mean, weekend in, weekend out, you are here with us, keeping our company. Not only are you keeping our company, you join the conversation, and we see your messages. Most of your messages will say, thanking the NTA for a show like Weekend Deal and telling us how much you love us. Trust me, we love you too. Sitting here and appreciating you, and also as kind as I can say, is the elegant lady in red. Thelma.
How are you doing today, Patience? You know, if I know a kind person, I'll definitely start with you. As I's family, I think you are one phenomenal person who is always putting herself front and center for anyone who has need of anything. Fantastic to have you as a friend and a co-anchor. The biggest kindness that all of us can align with today is the kindness of our Creator. We are here with you, and you are here with us because God has given us breath. And by association, another excellent opportunity to do things differently. There are many levels of kindness. There are different types of kindness. Emotional, passive, actionable kindness. All this make for you the person that will stand front and center, just like my colleague, making a difference where it is needed. I heard someone say many years ago that if you are taking care of your family and your friends, that is a responsibility. But you have a rare privilege to do things for people around you who are not related by blood or by kinship. And if you've not been doing it, please, dear brother, dear sister, dear patriots Nigerian, start today. My name is Thelma Obaze, and I'm here with Patience Louis Abba. Let's do it together today on Weekend Deal.
Yeah. Weekend Deal. So, it's a good thing to know that Nigeria is largely peaceful, and that's the kindness we are talking about. When it's your right to protest, it's also my right not to protest. And when we choose our rights, we should respect each other's right. And that's what kindness is all about. To start our show proper, our backgrounder will set a tone and kickstart this conversation.
Kindness, a show of generosity, an act of mercy, thoughtfulness, rendering service, kindness, being supportive, considerate, warm. Kindness, a behavior that is valued across cultures and times, shown by humans, animals, and even living things as they deem. The essence of kindness cannot be overemphasized.
Kindness plays a very significant role. All the religions talk about kindness. The essence of kindness is to be seen as a good person. Every religion should embrace kindness. We should be kind towards one another. A Christian should be kind to a Muslim brother. A Muslim brother should be kind to another Christian brother. And if we do this, there will be peaceful coexistence.
Kindness gives you the strength and the emotional intelligence to understand people. When you are kind, you'll be able to understand how people behave or how people feel, cut across all ages.
Animals are also kind towards one another.
There's one goat we had that we call her Susie, and Susie was a very lovely animal. She was very kind. She was very good. In fact, if I can remember, I don't think we killed and ate that goat. That goat was too. It got to a point that she became like a dog. That when you are coming home, she warms up to you. Kindness, just little of it, can put a smile in a dying soul, in someone that is aggrieved or in someone that is depressed. A songwriter wrote, "You've got to try little kindness, show little kindness, shine your light for everyone to see."
If you try a little kindness, then you'll overlook the blindness of the narrow-minded people on their narrow-minded street.
This song just captured everything about kindness.
It is, therefore, we can deal. And so, we deal with the essence of kindness.
We can deal.
The essence of kindness. Many thanks, Uju, for taking us through that very interesting route and giving us more clarity.
Joining the conversation now is our first guest, a man who knows a whole lot about kindness. Trust me when I say that. He has a foundation that has shown kindness to Nigerians. He is...
Wonderful. You know, your rich antecedents, you know, obviously have given us rise to fully comprehend that this is a topic that you're very comfortable with, especially with your foundation and all you do. But let us go back a bit to the main documentaries that we have aired here today. Earlier, we saw a package that was talking about kindness in the home. And my dear sister Patience said, it's amazing to find that some people are kind in the home and they are not kind outside. When you hear how some families describe their sons and daughters, some Nigerians will be looking in amazement, because that person has either been unable to extend that very unique trait outside his home, or is unable to because he believes that his family, perhaps, that is just his responsibility. Okay, so kindness in the home, tell us about that.
First, I think during some of the documentary, there was the explanation of kindness, and they say doing something that helps others and yourself with genuine feelings. Genuine, when you underline it, genuine, not being fake about it. Kindness at home, most people think that kindness is when you go out and buy something for your wife or for your children, and your children say, Daddy, Mommy, I want you to buy me Spider-Man while coming back, and you buy it. You think you are doing kindness in the home. But let me shock them that kindness can also be given to your security man. Kindness can go to your chef and your nannies. Take an example. If your nanny is traveling, or your nanny tells you, my mom at home is sick, I want to travel, and you say, yeah, you can travel now. But when you say, okay, you're traveling, let me give some money for this girl to help cushion the effect of the sickness and pay some bills, is kindness.
That's kindness.
And when you come back late, and your security man probably is not at the security gate, probably he's doing something or he's at the restroom, and you start shouting, but you should be calm and ask, what happened? You say, okay, oh, that's good. You smile.
Okay.
Smile at your workers, smile at your security man, not only the immediate family.
Families. Oh, not wonderful.
Ugumba, as commonly used as the word kindness is, some people, it does seem, maybe are unable to fully comprehend it. Why do you think that may be so?
Yes, because it's something that comes genuinely. It's not something that because others are doing it, let me do it. It's something that comes from the heart. It's something that nobody forces you to do it. It's like when you see somebody in the morning, you say, okay, it's compulsory, I must say good morning to that person. It's not genuine. Okay. But when you see, even as a boss in the office or in the house, you see your housemate, and probably she didn't see you, you saw her face, and you say, good morning, Neka. And she turns back, good morning, sir. To her is kindness. So kindness comes out from the heart. Kindness is not forced in somebody to be kind to others.
Can it be taught? Can kindness be taught to people?
Yes, kindness can be taught to people, because most people think that if you are into charity, you are giving out to people. Oh, so we can give, it's something that people do. So let's give out to people. But you can actually teach people that kindness is not doing it when others are doing it. Kindness is coming out from your heart and helping others when they are in need or when they are in sober. It's not only giving, it's smile. You can smile to somebody, it's kindness. You can tap somebody, you did well. When somebody is doing well, you tap and say, congratulations, you did well. It's kindness. So kindness can be taught and can change people's perspective on the way they think about kindness.
Okay, so it's very common to hear people say things like, this person is naturally kind. This person has a gift of kindness. And then they refer to other people as, oh goodness, that person can never be kind. Gift of kindness. I mean, what's that about? Why should one person have a gift and the other person can never be kind?
That's why I say it comes genuinely. You know, when I was defining that kindness, it says helping others or yourself. Mm-hmm. You know, you can also be kind to yourself.
Yes, yes.
There are people who have the money, but they can't take care of themselves.
Yes.
There are people who do not want to have a free mind. So if you are not kind to yourself, you cannot be kind to others. So those people you are talking are people who are not kind to themselves. So if you are not kind, inner mind to yourself, every time you see grudging, burning face, your face looks as if somebody is fighting you, you are not kind to yourself. So that means you cannot be kind to people. But there are people that it comes out from their hearts. In fact, when they are going, they see people, a beggar on the road, they don't even care whether the beggar is faking it or they will just stop and say, please take this. It's something that comes from the heart. Okay. And you see many people, I give it to Nigerians. You know, Nigerians, whenever it comes out on TV and says somebody is in problem, before you know, people start donating, giving. Yes. So Nigerians, let me say that most Nigerians are kind.
Reach out, be your brother's keeper. Your neighbor is suffering a bit. Somebody's child needs to go to school. Your kids are going in the same direction. Perhaps use your car. You could drop them. You could also help them, fetch them and bring them back home. Daya has been talking about kindness as well, you know. She's one kind person, always ready to assist. And our focus in our mini documentary today is on kindness at work. Daya, you did your research. What did you find?
In the hustle and bustle of daily work lives, it is easy to get caught up in the daily tasks at work and forget the impact a simple act of kindness can have on colleagues around us.
When you talk of a workspace, you're talking of increase in productivity. You cannot have an increase in productivity in the workspace if morale is very low. And it takes absolutely nothing to be kind to people that work under you, to people that work for you. For instance, let me give you some examples. If you are asked by your boss to create a piece of work, to do a write-up, your boss will take that, pass it off as his own, and not give you the credit. So what does that do? It makes you feel unworthy, it makes you feel unhappy. And if it continues for a sustained period, morale will be low.
When bosses or colleagues take the lead to offer a helping hand, a listening ear, or a word of encouragement, a ripple effect of positivity that resonates through the office is created. It creates an environment that breaks down barriers, builds trust, and fosters a sense of community.
I had a boss who was extremely a nice person, who ensured that we learned from him little words of encouragement. Oh, this is a good piece of work. And it would want to make you strive to do better. Or he would ask you to write a memo and ensure that when whenever your evaluation came up, these were the things that would also be put down on your record. So it's not just issuing verbal statements, which I think is important to encourage people, but it's also to make sure that there is written documentation to say, this person has done this work, which was very good, and we used it for such and such purposes.
Employees must constantly be encouraged to lend a hand to colleagues without expectation, and to offer them a smile without hesitation. In fact, employees must make kindness a core part of their work ethic. Embracing kindness in the workplace creates a culture of collaboration, creativity, and growth. It encourages an environment where individuals feel valued, supported, and empowered to be more productive at work.
It doesn't take anything extraordinary, whether it's from boss to person working under them, or whether it's even just within colleagues. And it's basically an acknowledgement. It's important that we acknowledge the work others do and ensure that they get proper recognition. So it's acknowledgement, recognition, and appreciation, which is probably one of the bigger tenets, I think, that's important in a workplace.
Let us strive to make kindness the cornerstone of our work lives and watch as our workplaces transform into vibrant environments of productivity and growth.
I mean, given the number of hours we spend at work and the workload we carry most times, kindness will go a long way in making it a better place to work, making the environment conducive. Our guest is still here. Sir, I mean, you just watched that. I mean, kindness in workplace, what is your take?
I like the retiree from World Bank. Okay. She's made mention of kindness through written statements. When somebody
like
has done well, like a recommendation, probably you don't need to see the person before you write a recommendation. But more especially, kindness at work is very key. Because you see that when you go to some offices, you find out that even the boss doesn't know who the security man is, and I've not even seen the security man or the cleaner from that office. And you find out that he has a limited connection with the people and staffs in the office. You can, as a boss, move down, see the security man, smile at them, call them, talk to them, let them have that feeling that they are close to you. Again, kindness at work. You might have different workers, and then this person is in operation department, this person is in a mechanical operation. The one in the operation department did not come to work. Checking out on that person, hey, my brother, I didn't see you today. Why are you not at work? Are you okay? Kindness. But some offices, I don't know, he didn't come to work, so I don't even know what's wrong with the person. That's not kindness at all. And then you are going to eat, probably in the canteen, and you say, Abdurrahman, do you want to eat? Let's go eat. Come on, let's go eat. It's kindness. So kindness at work, because we spend most of our time at work. So the people that make the production and makes the money in your office are the workers. So being kind to them also give them that spirit to say, this man, this woman is very kind. So if there is any way they are planning to commit any crime or do something wrong in the office because of your kindness or because of what you do for them, that crime will reduce. And if there is any other person among them that is trying to cheat because you are kind to them or because that person is kind to you, you say, boss, I want to be sincere to you. This is what is happening. That is kindness.
Okay, it's
goes
interesting.
A long way.
And it's something that, we've often heard that being selfish or callous or indifferent never won anyone any prizes. So without overemphasizing it, kindness is something. You can never go wrong with kindness. But can we narrow it down a bit, Ugumba? Ugumba, this is a terrain you are very familiar with. And especially now when, times are tough, people are feeling the pinch. We do know that you and others of your ilk are not resting on just the token. You are taking it several steps further by matching your words with action. Can you let us in? Let's take a peep into more of that.
Okay, like you said, times are tough now. Let me tell you something. I was in my hotel in Owerri last 3 months, and I saw this young boy, age. The boy is not even up to 12. He was inside one of the room doing carpentry work with somebody, and I asked the man, is that your son? He said, no, it's not my son. The father and the mother gave the boy to me to train him on how to do carpentry. Wow. And I look at the boy. I told myself, if I have a child like this who is today in school, why should this boy be doing carpentry work? They said, look, come on, call your mom. And he brought his mom and dad. I said, this child, I'm taking him from primary, secondary, up to university level.
Oh my goodness.
That is kindness.
Oh my goodness.
I saw Nigerians being lifted from Ghana with the help of the governor of Imo State and the woman in charge of foreign affairs. And I told myself, how? But when some of them that are from Imo State came back, one touched me. And she was asked, what do you want to do? I said, I want to do business. I want to do this. She said, I want to go to school. It touched me, not minding that she's not connected to me. I don't know her from anywhere. I told myself, I'm going to take the responsibility of training her in university. That is kindness.
That is kindness to another level, because...
Another one, I was, one day I was driving from my Tama to my office, and I saw this young man carrying a bucket of water with tie and suit. And I turned and looked at him. I told my driver, turn back. I said, come, why are you putting on suit and tie? I've never seen this before. He said, sir, because I wanted to be a lawyer, and my parents doesn't have money to train me, so since I can't go to school, let me wear it and look like a lawyer. Oh my God, I said, come to my office. And he came today. The boy is in Nasarawa State University of Polytechnic, Nasarawa State Polytechnic. He's in his second year.
He's studying law.
No, he's studying. He's not studying law because he doesn't have the qualification for law. So I said, now start something. When you finish here, you can now apply to read law. So the boy is doing well. That is kindness. You're on the road, you see somebody selling granite, and because you want to buy the granite, how much, madam? You say the granite is, and you throw the money. That's not kindness. Let the money be clean. And say, as you are giving the money, smile. Although you are the person buying, spending your money, but there should be a little smile on that. In our center where I preside as the president of Ugumba.
I was going to go there, so there you are there. Carry on.
Where I preside as the president of Ugumba Center for Leadership Development, we have done quite a lot in transforming the lives of thousands of young Nigerians. Why? Because I grew up knowing that kindness is good from what my mom does when she was still alive. She would go to the farm, bring up plantains, and bunch of plantain too. She start cutting them and start sharing them. We say, Mom, what are you doing? She said, remember that Agnes, she doesn't have anything. I said, no, this cannot take us. So at the time we were angry. Every time you just get something and you share it. And at the time you say we don't have. But I grew up knowing that all that she was doing was a big kindness. You give her money, 500,000. By the time you fly from Port Harcourt to Abuja, in the next 1 week, she said the money is gone. What happened? My sister would say, my mom took the money and started sharing to people. That's encouraged me. I say, if this woman that at this age, why can't people be kind to people? So we now started looking at young people who are talented and who have the technical know-how to do their businesses, but there is no help, no push-up for them to do what they're doing. We say, no, the only way we can do this is to be kind to them through empowerment. Kind can go through smile. Kind can go through tapping and encouraging somebody. Kind can come through financial help. So to us, our genuine reason for establishing that center is for us to empower young Nigerians who probably you read architecture, you cannot find job. You did banking and finance, you cannot find job. What else can you do? That is address A. Your address B is something genuinely you want to do, like you want to go into barbing salon while waiting for work. You want to go into hairdressing salon while waiting for work. So, but I don't have the 200,000. So in our center, we now say, okay, look, this young lady, let's give her, start this since you don't have work. That's kindness, but with genuine mind.
We see videos on internet where somebody needs help, and instead of people to rush to help, they bring out their phones and they want to be the first to break the news. Do you think we are evolving to a place where people, there's no sympathy or empathy for others? Are we getting there, or is it just what it is on social media?
That might be the person part of kindness. Probably he doesn't have the help, but he has his phone or his or her phone, and the person wants to show it to the world.
Sir, I am. So that I don't know if I agree with you on that, but so that, I'm learning.
So that people outside, probably somebody that is poor walking on the street and see somebody else that is poorer than him or her, and you don't have it. You want the world to see how this person is suffering, and you wanted to communicate to the world and see people that will help. By the time you do that video and showcase that video, people say, "Oh my God, where is this happening? I'm giving this. I'm giving this. I'm doing." The kindness originally came from the person that did that video. Yes, to showcase to the world that this person is in.
Ogumba, we want you to speak specifically to the situation we're in at this time. Let Nigerians live by the words we say and let our actions match what we say. We'll take our second break, but don't you go anywhere. And thank you for sending in your messages in the course of the show. We'll share them with Ogumba so that we can get some response. We'll take the break now. Please stay with us.
Welcome back. If you just joined us, it is Weekend Day, your favorite weekend show, and today our focus is on the essence of kindness, and our guest has been doing justice to the topic. So, at what point does kindness become overwhelming?
When you genuinely give and expecting something, it contradicts the spirit of kindness. So for me, I believe that kindness comes with no expectation. Kindness is something you do without waiting for somebody to come and say, and bow down and kneel down and say, "Oga, this is that thing you did for me. I made 100,000. Can I give you 20,000?" And you say, "Yeah, bring it." You have not been kind to that person.
So in that case, can we describe that act as a business deal?
It's a business kindness.
Okay. If you will permit me, we have messages coming in. People are very excited with the path we are taking, and they would like us to read out their contributions to this topic. Ete Wosu says, Aka kindness. Well done. You're keeping faith with the kindness act. If you may, continue to extend it to all Nigerians, irrespective of tribe, status, or religion. So good morning, ladies and gentlemen. And gentleman, if I may. Kingsley Kong is his name. He said, "I've been watching your program. I like what you do." Ugumba, you said you have a foundation? Well, I'm in need of help, sir. Okay, someone is saying, her name is Blessing, coincidentally. She said, "This man, Ugumba, is really a leader. You are a role model for many Nigerians. Please, many people should emulate him."
Oh, thank you.
Someone says, "I love this life." I love life. If Nigeria has many more people like Ugumba, many people will not have cause to complain. My name is Raphael. I would also like Ugumba to help me. Ugumba, you can truly touch my life. Okay, someone said that if you continue to be kind, you will never have need to ask anybody for anything, because God will continue to bless and reward you. They say from Ugumba's case, it's obvious that his kindness is being rewarded by God.
Amen.
Okay, Chinelo says here, "Ugumba, I like what you are doing for Nigerians. I hope you are not doing it for only people from the East, even though I'm from the East. And Ugumba, let me tell you the truth. I need your help." Okay, we'll take a few more. We know that you don't want Ugumba to take care of the entire Nigeria, but we get what you mean. Maybe perhaps you will tell us, how people can access your foundation and who really qualifies. Because you cannot help the entire Nigeria. Okay, let me just take one more message and we continue our conversation. It says, "Ugumba, what you are telling Nigerians now should be the way it works. It is good to help people in your community, or from your tribe, or from your state, or people that speak your dialect. But it's even better when you go outside of those who know you or those who expect it, to do for strangers who have no hope, who have no one, and who don't expect it, and who can never repay you." This Ohueyi Mohammed Wahab from Kogi State. Luckily, he says he's doing very well. He doesn't need any help at this time.
Thank you.
And from what you are saying,
He's getting scared right now.
that he wants to continue to do more for Nigerians because of what he's hearing from Weekend Deal today.
True. I read somewhere that being nice, some people can be nice without actually being kind. Some act of niceness does not necessarily translate to being kind. They are being nice for a reason. I read it and I'm like, okay, what does this even mean? How are you nice without the intention, without it coming from a kind place? Is it possible?
Oh, very possible.
Okay.
Very, very possible. But first, let me respond to some of the messages. Our center, we do not look at tribe or religion.
Good.
In fact, one lady that won our 1 million naira in during the COVID time is Blikisu from Kaduna. The other lady that won in 2021 is KD from Akwa Ibom. The other guy that won our money, in fact, the person that won the one we did last year, is a Yoruba young man. And then you find out that even my people too, only once they've won, the Igbos. So the thing is general. We don't look whether you're a Muslim, you're a Christian, or where you come from. So once we know that we want to help you, we go ahead and do that. Let me come to your question. There are people that gives their kindness, a fake kindness, if I will say that. Okay, like let me come to political side, during election, you see people bringing rice. Hey, be dancing and be sharing rice and be dancing. And then after the election, the kindness disappears.
There's no more rice.
There's no more rice. So you find out that it's a fake kindness. Or during election, they see them bring and start sharing money to people, 100,000, this and that. And people will say, oh, this man is nice, this man is good. After the election, so this man just used us to win election. It is never kindness. So kindness comes from the heart. So the type of this thing you're talking about is fake. Let me say it's a fake kindness that does not comes from the heart and does not translate to helping people. You just want to use it to achieve your aim or to get to your destination, using kindness as a vehicle to get to your destination, knowing that you are not genuine, but you just want to get to your destination, and at the end, you throw kindness at the back and say, no, I'm not kind.
Okay, it's a good one. Nigerians take a note. You know, kindness must be genuine and must come from the heart. We all know, you know, Nigerians are awakened. This week just coming to an end, to hear of the demise of the elegant stallion. She held sway on the stage in Nigeria, on the continent, and in the world for more than 4 decades. She collaborated in diverse Nigerian languages. She was an act of phenomenal proportions. And after performing for a dear friend of hers who turned 80, just while the applause was still on, she bowed out from the stage. We can never forget her. And today on Weekend, we pay special tribute to Dame Onyeka Oweno of blessed memory.
My encounter with Mommy Onyeka was such awesome one. You know, it's not every day you get to meet a legend, a living legend, and see them so humble, so kind, and patient with everybody. She gives you this feel of not being afraid coming around her, and you don't get that from even people who are still very young in our industry. As a journalist myself, I fell in love with her documentary with, of course, NTA and the BBC, Nigeria is Squandering of Riches. That really took me, because you see a young woman, young vibrant woman who had passion for Nigeria, and she always did till the very last day, who wanted a better Nigeria. She was fierce, she was fearless, she loved Nigeria. And then her music again, you see, she was one of those first women in the industry here in Africa who made it to limelight and who did everything possible to project Nigeria in positive light to the globe. And so she encouraged me in so many different ways even before I met her. And what of her movies? You know, they say you can't be a jack of all trades and be best at all. But for me, she was jack of all the trades she entered, and she was perfect in them all. I remember my encounter with her last year at Art Miabo International Art Festival, and I was the headline artist that day. For the whole 5 days of the show. I get to perform all 5 days. When she came, she looked at me. I went to greet her. You know this one, she just hugs you. She says, I love your hair. And I've seen your songs even before I came. Wow, you came from Port Harcourt. I'm a Port Harcourt girl myself. And then when I started performing, you can see how she was. In fact, she you know, when you see a legend, you're performing, first you're almost shaky. And then you see her, you know, singing along and so happy with me. When I finished, I went to her. She will hug me and she will encourage me. I just couldn't leave her side. I was just glued there. I forgot myself I was there for that. I said, no, I must stay here. Every word she said was great and kind and calm. You and I will live as one. You and I will live as one. Mommy, Onyeka, even though you are gone, we will miss you. You and I will live as one.
Onye bụ nwanne m mayo mama mayo onye bụ nwanne m mayo mama mayo Jesus. In the loving memory of our dear mother and icon, the legend herself, Onyeka Oweno, that just passed on to glory. I'm doing this song, is one of my best songs in our repertoire. You and I will be as one. You and I will be as one. You and I, you and I, you and I will be as one.
Munagi gebi, munagi gebi, munagi gebi oh yoma. Munagi gebi, munagi gebi, munagi gebi oh yoma.
He's awesome, the God of perfection, and He's holy, but oh how He loves me. This my God. I wanna praise His name.
Talented. I mean, her songs are as relevant today, like the time she made them. She took a bow when the ovation was loudest.
I first met Onyeka during our NYSC days in NTA back in 1980. She certainly explored the themes of love and unity and progress for Nigeria. And she explored those themes in all of her music, even up until the very end. Onyeka showed dexterity and professionalism in everything that she did. She went on to participate in politics at Imo State, and then later on became Director General of the National Women's Development Center in Abuja. That institution is known today as the Mariam Babangida Center for Women Development. It was at the same time that I became to the National Women Development Center. I would like to say that on behalf of all of NTA peoples across Nigeria and indeed the world, here is expressing our deep sympathies on the passing of this global icon.
She impacted the lives of so many young women into the music industry. She contributed a lot to the development of music industry in Nigeria. And her songs, especially One Love, Keep Us Together, is a symbol of unity in Nigeria. We therefore appreciate her. We therefore loved her. But God loves her better than we. We therefore say, rest in peace, our sister.
Onyeka Onwenu was my successor in office as the Director General of the National Center for Women Development, Abuja. She was a pride to Nigerian women. Aside from being a public servant, she had other areas of endeavor in which she stood out. And most important of all for the Women's Center, an excellent administrator. May her legacy
This thing they call love, na serious affair. Make you think well before you agree. I beg you, if you not like, you go plan am well. Oh yes, man. If you love me, you go wait for me.
I also remember taking part in One Love album. In all, I believe that she was such a confident performer. She strived for excellence, and we will really miss
At times, before, when I was in government and after government, Onyeka Onwenu, through her song, she united the nation with her song. Her song is so emotional that if you listen to her song, you sometimes want to cry. You'll be in a situation of being emotion onto yourself. And she's a woman that does not even, sometimes people does not even know where she comes from. It's of late, maybe that I knew that Onyeka is from Idato in Imo State. I used to think she's from one other state from. That is who Onyeka Onwenu is. She does not know where you come from. Only what she knows is what can make you happy and what can unite the family and what can unite the country. More especially, her song was a uniting factor to Nigerians. You see, even her song, you see the Yorubas, the Hausas, the Igbos singing the Igbo song. So her song is so sweet that you can't wait to start singing, even though you are not from the same tribe. So we would dearly miss her. She was a great woman. Yes. She's a virtuous woman and a talent that Nigeria will miss.
Ugumba, let's, we want to speak to Nigerians, especially at this time, and coming from Onyeka's song saying, one love, keep us together. Let's narrow it now to specifics, to specific things that Nigerians can do to change the narrative for their neighbor, for their sister, for other Nigerians.
Considering the hardship that we are facing, which by the grace of God, we pray very well in this country. Yeah, it will not last. God will bring us out from this. What we can do as Nigerians now is to help our neighbors. I find it I feel not happy when I see those who have the money, but they tend to care about them. But it should not be like that. Monetary kindness is something you want to do without expecting something in return. Let me tell you something. My birthday is coming up on August 8th, and most of my friends are asking me, so we have to do it big, we have to do it. And I told myself, why can't I be kind to many, as many as I can? A bottle of champagne might be like 200,000. A bottle of Hennessy or Chandon or this one people drink might be like 300, 400. And do you know that bottle of champagne that is 250,000 can help up to 10 women that sells akara or granite on the road? Yes. So for me, I've decided that at this point in time, when the country is going through a tough time, the only thing I can do is to make sure that at least 500 Nigerians, 300 youths and 200 women will find a way to lift their life. That's what we need now. Whatever, if you have, please go ahead and see. We should not leave government alone to be kind to us. Government sometimes cannot reach everybody. But we can reach our neighbor. The other person can reach his neighbor, reach her neighbor, being kind to people. So at this point in time, where we are now, let us be kind to our neighbors. Another.
Chief Ugumba, you've said it all, and I can see that, honestly, you're an epitome of kindness. The milk of human kindness is flowing through you, and my prayer for you is that God continues to strengthen you, even as you uplift other Nigerians. Amen. You keep going higher. As you lift them, you go higher. Let's remain kind to one another, like we saw from, the legacies of Onyeka. I was privileged to have met her several years ago personally, because when it's all done, said and done, what will people say about you? Think about it, and let's remain kind. We'll take a break.
Uche Wosu is still here, and would like you, Ugumba, to talk to our youth population, as well as remind us that kindness on its own pays its way. Can we link those two things together? And you don't have to be wealthy to be kind.
Yes, you don't have to be wealthy to be kind. And to our youths, most often times where you see people don't help, especially our young ones, is that some of them think is entitlement. Mm-hmm. Kindness is not entitlement. It's something that comes out from genuine heart, that you want to help somebody. And then you don't have to be rich to be kind to people. Like I said earlier on, smiling is kindness. Yeah. Tapping somebody and then encouraging somebody is kindness. Even saying good morning to your junior in the office is kindness. There are many different kind of kindness, but more especially the kindness that we need at this point in time in the country is the kindness that will put food on the table of the masses. Yes. So for those who have, Nigerians need food on their table. Yes. And the kindness you can give to them is making sure they have food on their table. It can be giving them rights, it can be giving them money, it can be making them promoting their businesses. And also, the kindness again we need is smile, happiness. Like they say, Nigerians are the happiest people in the world. So we also need to encourage that. But the major problem is the young people lack role model and mentorship. Mentorship is a problem among the young people. because there is no mentor, they choose to go the wrong direction and go into some other businesses like Yahoo and the rest, because there is no role model for them. They can't even take a vulcanizer on the road who, if you go to repair your tire, you forget your money, he brings it back to you. That's my role model. A teacher in the class, when I forget my something in the class, and call me and say, that's my role model. But to them, role model is when you have good shoes, drive good car, wear long chain, have money. Hey, that's my role model.
Yes.
That's not my role model. But they need to understand what role model is all about. They need to understand what the person does before he becomes a role model. They also, mentorship, we lack mentorship now. Very early in the morning, the parents goes to work and come back in the night. There is no mentor. You see, some of them don't even sit down with their kids and mentor them and say, this is right, this is wrong. So those are the things we lack. And I believe that government will introduce guidance and counseling in our schools.
I will take just 2 more messages. Time is fast spent. Someone's already telling you, Ugumba, happy birthday.
Thank you.
And I like the way he says,
what's the kindness for my birthday?
He says, I like the way I know you are going to celebrate it.
Thank you.
Making an impact on the lives of many. That's Julius from Lagos. Julius, we thank you. Many Nigerians say they need your assistance, and we are urging you. You say that state coordinators?
Yes, we
where
have
they can go.
coordinators. Yes,
Okay.
yes.
You know, go statewide. We will communicate with you after the program, taking those messages so we can share with you how you can reach out statewide. I'll just take one more message. One more. Hello, Thelma and Patience. It's always great to watch Weekend Deal. Your guest today is an amazing man. Not just because he is kind, but because even when he did not win the elections, he was not disappointed. He went back to continue to give. And he's not concerned about what part of the country you are from. He wants to build young people who can change Nigeria for good. He said, may God bless you. May God continue to uplift you. And we need more people like Ugumba Wosu in Nigeria. I think on that note, we have over 300 messages.
Wow.
We thank you for sending them in. Patience will do justice to them tomorrow as best as she can. We're winding up now.
Okay.
We're winding up now.
Okay.
Sir, do you have a final word?
Yes, my final words to Nigerians is that let's be patient and also be kind to our fellow countrymen and women. Remember that the kindness you showcase today will come back in returns through God's blessing.
Yes.
When you give out, you don't expect anything. When you show kindness to somebody, don't expect anything. Remember that God Almighty, who is there watching at us, will give his own kindness to you. And remember that God's kindness comes with, you can have a full trailer load of goodies when it comes from God. Meanwhile, you have given your own kindness a little bit to the young ones and to the vulnerable people outside there. So let's be kind to our people, Nigerians.
Okay, so
when I said 300, it seems it was a joke.
One message came in.
It just entered. You know that there's hardly anybody on earth who somebody has not impacted at one time or the other. We really have no excuse not to be kind. Let's continue to be kind.
And then I think one thing that people respond to, one quality people respond to is kindness. Everybody wants to get some form of kindness, you know, from somebody. So we continue to kind. Like I always say in my write-ups, let's remain kind to one another.
God bless Nigeria, our great and prosperous country. Bye-bye for now. We'll see you all again tomorrow by the grace of God. Stay kind, stay Nigerian.